Hey y'all, so I'm about to show y'all how to make my famous meatloaf. So I'm gonna start off by putting my gloves on because you gotta be clean and sanitized before you cook. And then after I place my gloves on, I'm gonna go ahead and start chopping up these onions and green peppers that I have here on the cutting board. But these two vegetables really bring out the flavor of the meatloaf very well. As I was chopping up my vegetables, I realized I didn't even go over my ingredients with you guys. So start off by showing you my ground turkey. I like to use ground turkey instead of beef. Then I'm going to show you the seasonings I use. I'm going to use some all-purpose kinders, the blend with salt, pepper, and garlic. I'm going to use a little onion powder, some Italian-style breadcrumbs, some garlic, minced garlic, and some oregano. But back to chopping up these vegetables. Okay, y'all, now I got my vegetables all chopped up. So now it's time to get my big blue bowl. So in my big blue bowl, I'm going to go ahead and open my ground turkey up and place it in the bowl. And then I'm going to go ahead and flatten it out, just so I can make sure that I get my vegetables in there and all of my seasonings sitting in before I mix up everything. So I'm going to get ready to pour my vegetables in. And pour in all the other ingredients. Like I'm going to start putting in my seasonings now. Put everything in. And I don't have any measurements. I kind of just eyeball it. And eventually here, you guys are probably going to see me add more. So I'm just going to let you watch me mix everything up and get everything all blended in together. Oh my gosh, y'all, I almost forgot the egg. Can't forget the egg. It's so important in this recipe. And make sure that your meatloaf will stay nice and moist and juicy. I realized at this point it wasn't seasoned enough for me, so I had to add a little bit more seasoning. What somebody say, I think I heard this on TikTok. If you ain't sneezing, it ain't seasoned. Now everything is pretty mixed up in the bowl. I'm going to move the bowl to the side, and I'm going to bring in my glass bowl, my glass pan. I usually don't use this. I usually use like 2 loaf-like pans, but I don't know what I did with them, so we just going to go with this today. I want to mush everything down in the bowl pretty well, so that the meat is covering the entire pan. You don't want to leave no spaces. Now that I got everything in the glass pan, I'm going to go ahead and place it in the oven. I'm going to set the oven to about 400 degrees, and I'm going to put the meatloaf in there for about an hour. As that hour is winding down, I'm going to go ahead and start to make my sauce. I'm going to use barbecue sauce, Sweet Baby Ray's, and then I'm going to do some ketchup. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of seasoning in there. for additional flavor and taste. And then I'm going to stir it up, and then I will add to the meatloaf and place it back in the oven. So let's get this all mixed up. So by this time, I went ahead and pulled the meatloaf out the oven, and I'm going to go ahead and add my sauce on there, and then I'm going to place it back in the oven for about 30 minutes. So spread the sauce all around, make sure it's all over the meatloaf, and place it back in the oven. Meatloaf is back in the oven, and here is the final look. That looks so good, and it did taste so good, y'all. Hope you liked this video.